Welcome everyone to Let's Go Racing. Dani Gibson here with Dick Jerardi, and we had 4 days of live racing here at Parx, plus 2 3-year-old stakes, the main line for the fillies and the City of Brotherly Love. Plus, we're on the Kentucky Derby trail with some top 3-year-olds. We'll have some great national races, but we had 2 marquee races here for 3-year-olds, the City of Brotherly Love and the main line.
Yeah, look, a sloppy track we were dealing with again, but at least we got racing in, which was a good thing. But yeah, the big favorite in here, after a couple scratches, Red Zone Runner, who ran a really good year as a 2-year-old, wasn't winning stakes, but was in them and ran a really good third to Milata here in the PA Nursery. So yeah, Red Zone Runner going to be hard to beat in this spot.
Red Zone Runner up to assert himself early. He is keen on the lead. He's up to take it to the outside. Star Sweeper comes into second. NY Finest, Lucky Larry, Sam's Glory. He's back into fifth. And the slow starting Psalmist, he is at the back. Red Zone Runner, he shows them the way into the first turn. To the inside, Lucky Larry, NY Finest, Star Sweeper. Those 3 across the track. Then it's Sam's Glory. He's in fifth and a long way back to Psalmist, 23-3 the opening quarter. And leading the way, the favorite, Red Zone Runner, Star Sweeper, Lucky Larry, NY Finest fights on in between. Then it's back to Sam's Glory, who's lost a bit of ground, and well back is Psalmist. Red Zone Runner, that lead is diminishing. Moving up a little bit closer on the outside, Star Sweeper, he's now a clear second as the half goes in 47-4. And Red Zone Runner, he's let out a notch. He has more left. Star Sweeper, NY Finest, he's making his move now. He's now into that second spot. Lucky Larry, he's fourth. Then it's back to Sam's Glory. Psalmist at the back. They are strung out as they head into the far turn. And leading the way, Red Zone Runner, Michael Sanchez has been sitting chilly throughout. He's let him out a notch, and he has opened up over Star Sweeper. NY Finest excuses himself. He's back into third, being passed by Lucky Larry. Psalmist getting in gear from off the pace, but a lot of work to do. Sam's Glory is now last and still leading the way. Red Zone Runner, he has led throughout, and he hits the top of the stretch with a commanding lead. He has opened up on the field. Red Zone Runner, Star Sweeper running on gamely. He is chasing but not catching Red Zone Runner. He is impressive today with a 16th left, and Red Zone Runner handridden with his ears pricked.
Well, Red Zone Runner was every much the winner going that mile and 16th distance. And look, Michael Sanchez worked him for Hugo Padilla. He said the way this horse travels, his feet barely hit the ground. And his agent called Hugo an hour later and said Michael will go wherever this horse goes. So that's a big statement from the leading rider.
And where he might go is the Wood Memorial. If you remember back 2 years ago, Dani, Hugo had that Washington bred, right? Lonesome Boy, who won this exact race big by 6, not by 15.5. Next start, Wood Memorial, where he finished 4th at 80-1, and I think that's the plan here. And look, off of that run, 2.76 seconds faster than the fillies we're going to see in a minute. That's 25 buyer points. That was some performance by Red Zone Runner.
Yeah, and he's a Pennsylvania bred, bred by Tom Coulter of Arrowwood Farm. So really nice homebred by Practical Joke. So nice sire there.
And we talked to the jockey, the trainer, and the owner, and they were extremely excited about Red Zone Runner. Was that as easy as it looked?
Yeah. Like I told Hugo, it felt like we were going fast, but man, he was doing it so easy. His ears, he was so comfortable all the way around. And as soon as I felt that, I knew they were going to be in trouble. And I was able from the half to the quarter, just bring him back a little bit. I felt like galloping. As soon as I just stopped him on the shoulder, he took off really, really big.
You almost 3 seconds faster than the fillies went in the previous race. This horse has that kind of talent?
Yeah, you never know what you're going to step up into when you ride these babies, and you hope for something big like that. And when you watch, I come back and watch the replay now, but he felt, like a good one. He kind of give you like a little goosebumps. And hopefully, we step up from this and go on.
He was favored, but did you think you were going to get that kind of performance? I haven't seen a margin yet, but it looked like it was around 15 to me.
15, 16.
Yeah.
I was talking to Mr. Tom over the phone, and I told him the horse is working, is training very, very, very good, even though we missed training a couple of days because of the track, but the horse always showed the potential, always showed the talent, class. I mean, he's maturing very well for a colt, 3-year-old colt. I mean, he always shows a lot of class, a lot of potential.
Is this as good a horse as you've had? I know you've had some good
ones. We've had Nimbus class, and he won the Parx Mile, and so we'll see.
Okay.
We'll see.
But you like what you see so far?
Oh boy, I didn't know today. 2 turns, first time 2 turns, first time sloppy track.
first time in a stakes race, you don't know what to expect. But, wow.
Really excited to root on a red zone runner in his next race. And we're going to have a post time change for Monday, March 9th, 12:40. So as we push the clocks ahead for spring forward, it'll be a little bit later for our first post.
Later but earlier, if that makes sense, right? Given
We
daylight
stayed
time.
darker later, which is good. All right, we're going to head to our first break. When we come back, we have another stakes race from Parx with the fillies up in the main line.
Courage on tap. She leads the way as they head on down the backstretch.
My team at BetParx Online Sportsbook and Casino has a great offer for new users. Download the BetParx app, open a new account, and get up to $50 back on your first sports bet if it doesn't win. Plus, you'll get a BetParx bonus box with 50 BetParx coins and 50 bonus spins on the BetParx Collectum online slot game. For details, visit betparx.com.
So why Nissan? Nissan just makes sense. You get the best mix of style, reliability, and tech without breaking the bank.
Why Chapman Nissan?
It's our team. We make sure you're not just getting any deal, but you're getting the right deal. We're friendly, transparent, and really want you to love what you drive. We make it easy to drive off in a Nissan you want at a price you'll really feel great about. We take care of people with top-notch service, flexible financing, and a no-pressure vibe that is truly stress-free. Huge selection, a great price, and a team that's got your back. That's us. Chapman Nissan.
Welcome back, everyone, to Let's Go Racing. Time for our 3-year-old fillies in a stakes race here at Parx Racing, the main line. It's a mile and 16th, and Law School, the very deserving favorite who's been so promising for Jamie Ness.
1-5. The surprise here, Danny, was that Jamie brought her back in 10 days.
Yeah.
Right, she ran that good second at Laurel. I think he just looked at the race and said he hasn't really been able to train her anyway because the track's been closed. So why not just run her? I'm going to be 1-5. And he said to me after the race, he says, man, you're just not going to scratch a 1-5 horse under any circumstance. He was a little concerned about the off track.
And our Golden Gator for Mike Moore, first time stretching out for the 2 turns, but she had that nice closing run.
Did indeed, and we'll see if where she fits in here. And really, we're at the stage where you're trying to figure out who fits where with the 3-year-old fillies.
Courage on tap. She leads the way as they head on down the backstretch. Halo Hottie holds her position in second. Then it's Ranting and Raving. Law School beginning to advance. Up the inside, she's in fourth. Our Golden Gator goes with her. Then it's Ivy Girl and Spoonbill. Those two still at the back. And Courage on tap has more company as they head towards the far turn. 49-2 with a half mile to go. Courage on tap fights on. Halo Hottie turns up the pressure. Then it's Law School. She's in the clear. She's in third. Our Golden Gator Ranting and Raving, followed by Ivy Girl, Spoonbill at the back. Courage on tap, running a brave race to the inside. Halo Hottie puts her nose back in front. Halo Hottie has taken the lead from Courage on tap. All the while, Law School, she's closing the gap. She's in third as they head around the far turn. To the inside, Halo Hottie hits the top of the stretch with the lead. Courage on tap, all out to her outside, but losing some momentum. Ivy Girl making up some ground to the inside. She's running a big race up the inside, trying to reel in Halo Hottie on the outside. Law School coming on late. Halo Hottie to the inside. Ivy Girl skims the rail. There's the 16th left. Ivy Girl, Halo Hottie fights on. Ivy Girl lost out in the outside. Ivy Girl and Halo Hottie. Ivy Girl wins the mainline stake.
All right, Ivy Girl shipped in for the win. Gets Jaime Rodriguez, who's very familiar with this racetrack, and Amelia Green. She was the assistant for Todd Pletcher, and she's done outstanding on her own. Nice filly by Maxfield.
Yeah, great ride right up the rail from Jaime on Ivy Girl. Just got up at the end, and you're saying to me off air, Halo Hottie ran a phenomenal race for John Service. Now, Law School just didn't pop at all. I talked to Jamie after the race. He thinks maybe she just doesn't like off tracks. Her last 2 were not very good. If she comes back to that race in the Future Stars Fillies, then she can beat anybody around here. But she didn't. And we talked to Amelia Green after the race, and I wrote about this race and the other one for Let's Go Racing Parx.com. And certainly Amelia's got a great backstory. She worked for Sir Henry Cecil, one of the legendary trainers in England who trained the great Frankel, among others, before she came over here, worked in Southern California. And then, of course, she's a top assistant to Todd Pletcher, an exercise rider for some stars, including Life is Good. Here's Amelia after the race. Here with the trainer, Amelia Green. Amelia, what made you decide on this race to come down here to Parx?
She was just a filly. We were kind of looking at any spot that was going 2 turns. Ever since she came in as a 2-year-old, she was just one of them horses. We were waiting for the longer races. She never looked like a 1-turn horse. And obviously, when we saw the race, and we were one of the only horses with the distance under our belt already. We thought it was a good place to get placing, but obviously delighted to win. Very proud of the filly and how mature she's come as a turning 3.
Were you thinking you might be running for second, given that Jamie Ness had a 1-5 shot in the race?
Yeah. When we were hearing the probables, we didn't think it was going in, especially since it ran last week.
Right.
So I was, I like that field. And then when he went in, you're like, well, like I say, we came in hoping for stakes placing. So for her to run like that, we're very proud.
All right, great talking to Amelia, and she had won another race here at Parx in the same week, so really sharp trainer and really excited to see.
She's a star on the rise, no question.
Oh, 100%, she's a horsewoman. Well, we have more racing from Parx. Some local races. Let's get to Parx picks. It was Monday's 8th race, $35,000 purse a mile, 40,000 is the claiming tag, and the favorite is Record Point. This was your selection.
It was, and I made the same selection, 3 weeks in a row?
Yeah.
I felt like I kept getting canceled, but I was hoping for a little better price than 1-2, but it is Ness and Hazelwood, and they have a tendency to get bet.
And Ness had the second choice as well, Accelerator, Michael Sanchez, and I gave out Margin of Error 8-1. Here it is.
You did give that an 8-1 shot.
Margin of Error, 10 gauge. On the outside, Accelerator, Record Point. They're both moving up the field very close together, pretty much 5 across the track. To the inside, Just Step on It. He excuses himself off of the pace now. And on the outside, 10 gauge, he confronts Margin of Error, 24-4 as the field settles in. On the inside, Margin of Error reclaims the lead, 10 gauge. Takes another swing at him, then it's back to Record Point. To the inside, Just Step on It. Accelerator, he's now 5th and last, a half mile to go. And Margin of Error, he's doing all of the heavy lifting, 48-1. 10 gauge sticks with him into the far turn. Margin of Error trying to shake off a stubborn 10 gauge. Then it's back to Record Point. He's steadily improving. He's in 3rd, followed by Just Step on It. He's under a drive. He's in 4th. And Accelerator coasting along at the back. And Margin of Error now has a clear lead as they go around the far turn, a quarter mile to go. 10 gauge continues to run on. Record Point on the outside. Just Step on It up the rail. They're going to have to catch Margin of Error, who's given everyone the slip. He has the lead. Margin of Error to the inside. Just Step on It continues to run on gamely on the far outside. Record Point, he's beginning to gain, but Margin of Error now has a cushion. Margin of Error opening up with a 16th left. Margin of Error, they're not catching him today.
And my pick 1, Margin of Error. He crushed him, as DJ says. Now in the barn, a Josue RC, Melvis Gonzalez. And look, when this horse is on the lead, he gets really brave. He's just a racehorse. He's done well with all the different barns he's been in, and he's just a pleasure to be around.
Great pick, Danny, at 8-1. And when you're going to win at 8-1, why not just win by 8 lengths?
Yeah.
I mean, just crush the field. And that's all this horse does is win. The now 7-year-old, 52 starts, 14, 8, and 7. Stone cold moneymaker.
Oh, he really is. All right, we have some more racing later in the show from Parx, but let's go on the national scene and see what's happening on the Kentucky Derby Trail. We'll go to Gulfstream Park for the Fountain of Youth. $425,000 on the line for 3-year-olds going a mile and 16th. And the favorite is Commandment, Brad Cox.
And a really solid horse, Danny. You pointed him out last week. Won the Mucho Macho Man. Looked good doing it. Got a 91 buyer. And yes, he's by Into Mischief, the sire of Authentic and Sovereignty and Mandaloon. Only 3 Derby winners in the last 10 years.
Chief Wallaby, kind of like that name. Bill Mott, always loaded with 3-year-olds. Second choice, and of course he teams up with his rider, Junior.
And this is a son of Constitution, only ran the one time. And Bill said before the race, I really wanted to run an A other than, but there's just really the only race I can run him in. But man, does that tell you how much confidence he has? It goes from maiden right to the Fountain of Youth, the man, Mr. Mott.
Rocky's Balboa to the opening quarter, in front by a length. Solitude Dude second. Up on the outside, Napoleon Solo is now third. Tucked in fourth is Jackson Hole. From between horses, Commandment races from fifth. For company on his outside, it's Lost Money. Then it's a length back to Chief Wallaby ahead of Bravaro, and Bull by the Horns is last. The opening quarter was 23 seconds flat. Legit fractions put up by Rocky's Balboa, who goes to the first finish line a length in front. Racing on his flank second, Solitude Dude, and on his outside, Napoleon Solo. Traveling along in fourth is Jackson Hole, a length and a half in front of Lost Money. From between horses and moving up now is Commandment with Chief Wallaby. Then Bravaro. Dropping to last now is the long shot Lost Money with Bull by the Horns just ahead of him. They went the opening half mile in 46-4, and now the pace quickens. Moving to take the lead, Solitude Dude. In front now by a head. Up on the outside, Napoleon Solo second. Commandment needs room. Moving up on the outside and challenging is Chief Wallaby. Dropping back is Rocky's Balboa. They reach the first finish line, top of the stretch mark. On the outside, Chief Wallaby lays down the challenge to Solitude Dude. Commandment with a big opening toward the rail. The Red Sea parts for Commandment, and he's charging after Chief Wallaby to the first finish line. Commandment on the inside, Chief Wallaby to the outside. Commandment with the momentum. Chief Wallaby makes him earn it. Commandment, Chief Wallaby. Commandment wins the Fountain of Youth.
All right, the favorites ran 1-2, just like we called it. Commandment, that was a legit win for Brad Cox and Irad Ortiz, and he just stamped himself a real contender.
No question, 101 buyer. This is easily the best of the Derby preps so far. Cut the corner, beautiful ride by Irad. Chief Wallaby was awesome.
Yeah.
I mean, had to come wide, never gave up. We suspect we're going to see them both back in the Florida Derby, and keep an eye out. To me, if you said to me today, give me your top 5, well, these two are on it with a bullet. They're really good.
Absolutely. Well, let's keep it going on the Kentucky Derby Trail as we go to Oaklawn Park for the Grade 2 $1 million Rebel Stakes. A mile and 16th is the distance, and the favorite Litmus Test shipping in for Baffert.
Yeah, it's Baffert, it's Pratt, and obviously they're going to be favored because it's Baffert and it's Pratt, and he's going for his 9th Rebel win.
Well, he's got to contend with Bruce's fraternity brother, Kenny McPeak, who has blackout time, second choice.
Son of Not This Time. Kenny was very disappointed when he was a vet scratch from the Breeders' Cup, first race since the Breeders' Fraternity, when he ran a really good second to 2-year-old champ, Ted Duffy.
Onto the backstretch. Litmus Test steps on the gas, accelerates to a 1.5 lead. Now it's 2 on Class President right behind him in second. In third is Blackout Time there on the outside. Gap of 2. Honey's to Blame the long shot. Rancho Santa Fe in the pink, followed by Silent Tactic, the Southwest winner. He's 5 lengths off the lead, approaching the half-mile pole. Strategic Risk getting shuffled to the back of the field with Soldier and Diplomat, and the big price horse at 112-1. Time for Music as they go into the far turn. Litmus Test into the turn. Half length in front. Class President a lot closer. Blackout Time 3 wide as they round the far turn. Javier Castellano getting busy on Strategic Risk, and his stablemate Silent Tactic has horse. Silent Tactic looking for a spot to go. He's got some run here. He's getting outside as they come to the top of the lane. Class President has the head in front. Litmus Test under heavy pressure. Silent Tactic on the outside continues to grind. Class President has hit the lead. Silent Tactic trying to run by him, and he's got a head in front. Class President to the inside, game for the fight though. Class President, Silent Tactic, and a spine-tingling stretch drive, head and head, nose and nose, coming to the line. Here it is, Class President on the inside.
Hall of Fame jockey Johnny V gave Class President all he could, battling with Silent Tactic, but gets the win for Todd Pletcher. And what are your thoughts on this horse?
Look, it's solid. Look, Pletcher went from having the 2-year-old champ and a potential Derby favorite and Ted Duffy out. Now he's got 3 of the top 10, including Class President. 91 buyer. You love how he dug in after he got passed by Silent Tactic. 8-1 was kind of an amazing price off of the paper. Son of Uncle Mo, who may very well be the most talented horse that Pletcher ever trained. We never got to see what he could do, but man, was he a great 2-year-old, and he's obviously been a sensational sire.
Yeah, I like the tenacity that Class President had, and excited to see him go forward. Well, let's go to New York, shall we? It's the Grade 3 Gotham 3-year-olds on the Kentucky Derby Trail. $300,000. It's a 1-turn mile. Iron Honor favorite.
Yeah, off of 1 race, but a big number race, a 95, and it's Chad Brown. And Nyquist is starting to really have some good sons and daughters running around here.
He is, but second choice is a Son of Not This Time. We talk about that sire quite a bit. Balboa shipping up for Brittany Russell.
Yeah, good paper, some really nice numbers, and I think they really have high hopes. And this is Brittany training again for some of the bigger heavyweights now, not just local people in Maryland.
No easy leads in the Gotham. 23.09 for the opening quarter mile. Iron Honor goes at it with Crown the Buckeye, who holds that rail position with a head in front. Iron Honor continues to stalk now. 3 wide is going to be Dirty Rich, is losing some ground, is under the shove. Ground-saving Journey, Hammond, and Jamie Rodriguez, they're on the move. A 4-wide rally from Exhibition Only through a 46.30 half-mile time. 4th and 1 is on the move. Balboa, nothing yet, just towards the back end of the field, and Right to Party. They're approaching the top of the stretch, a quarter mile left to go, and Crown the Buckeye still there. Iron Honor with every shot to run by the leader, but Crown the Buckeye still continues on and battles on Iron Honor. Iron Honor to the outside, Crown the Buckeye to the inside, noses apart here in the Gotham. It's Iron Honor now with a neck advantage. Crown the Buckeye is resilient. Iron Honor almost there. Iron Honor now 2 for 2 and wins the Gotham.
The favorite gets it done. Iron Honor, Chad Brown with Manny Franco up, and to get a stakes win second start, I mean, that's impressive, but this was certainly the weakest of the three.
No question. 90 buyer, showed a lot of speed, a little bit of heart in the stretch. We'll see him Wood Memorial April 4th, where he'll have to contend with the great, the legend that is Red Zone Runner.
Well, let's go and see what the fillies are doing on the Kentucky Oaks Trail. We go back to Oaklawn Park for the Grade 3 Honeybee, $750,000, a mile and 16th, and Explorer is in for Baffert, and she's the big dog here.
Indeed, even money. And I voted for her for 2-year-old filly champ. I had no problem with Supercar Dar winning. She's obviously terrific as well. But yeah, Explorer has never run a bad race in 6 lifetime starts.
Nickel and dime, Rafael Bejarano paved the way in the Honeybee Stakes. Lead 3 parts of a length. Explorer running in second in the bridle, going well early. Sneaky Good on the rail in a pocket. She's third, then taken by the wind. Grace is Free is making an early move in about the 4 path. She's level third with both Sneaky Good and Taken by the Wind. Then comes Search Party, Counting Stars outside today, 6 or 7 behind, approaching the far turn run. She's 4 better than Take Charge. Macy is dropped to the back with Classic Glide. Around the far turn they go here. Nickel and dime the leader. Explorer going well on the outside, just a neck behind. Grace is Free under a ride third. Sneaky Good on the rail, still 2 lengths behind. Counting Stars getting into it now. She's 3 wide sent along, but she's moving up within 2 lengths of the lead. Coming to the top of the stretch, Explorer grabs the lead from Nickel and dime, and Explorer kicks for home. Counting Stars outside second. Sneaky Good is asked for her best. 1 furlong to go. Explorer trying to give him the slip right now. Leads by 2. Counting Stars trying to reel her in. Explorer 16th to go, but we've got a race on our hands here. Counting Stars outside lunging after her. Explorer, a picture of consistency.
Well, the favorite delivered Explorer, and she was really impressive, but I got to give a lot of kudos to Counting Stars, 11-1 from Mark Hasse. She was really digging in, and I liked her. She gets a gold star for me.
Now, she tries hard. Explorer against 7 starts, 4 wins, 3 seconds. Only an 88 buyer. She's never hit 90, but anymore with the 3-year-old fillies, like 90 is like the gold standard. Yeah. So you don't really have to be that fast to win the big races, and Explorer is proving.
Do you think she's peaked early?
No, I think she's solid. I think she just, at some point, you'd like to see her get a little better number, but it looks like that's kind of where she's going to be. If she's at this stage and only getting 88s, I don't see her getting 100 in the Kentucky Oaks. I don't see that happening.
Well, this time she's at the head of the class.
Indeed.
Well, we have one more national race for you. This isn't Kentucky Derby points, but it was impressive visually. The Grade 3 Gulfstream Park Mile. We're talking about the favorite, Knightsbridge. Godolphin owns a son of Nyquist with Junior Alvarado riding.
Yeah, and this is Bill Mott and Junior, as Danny just said, and Godolphin, and what a combination they have been. And this is a horse they always had high hopes for. Danny, it's been kind of a stop and start, but man, his last couple of races, super impressive.
Ooh, and he's a specimen to look at.
Leader is Mika by a length and a half. Knightsbridge is there second, 3 back to Burnin' Hot third. The leader looks like he wants to put on some speed mid-race, and Alvarado is wise to that, so he moves a bit on Knightsbridge. He's only a length and a half behind, and now the pace quickens distinctly as they round the far turn. Here's Knightsbridge. He's had enough of his games, and he's up to take the lead. Mika is back to second. He's all in. 7 ahead of Flying Liam, then Steel Sunshine and Burnin' Hot. They reach the top of the stretch. Knightsbridge has made his move, and Knightsbridge is now 6 in front. Mika is second, 4 ahead of Flying Liam third. Steel Sunshine's underway. He has a shot for a minor placing, but there's no way anybody's beating Knightsbridge now. Knightsbridge off the turn under hands and heels riding from Junior Alvarado. He points him in the right direction, and he is gone. Steel Sunshine looks like he needs room to try to get into second. He just found that room to try to outrun Flying Liam, but the Gulfstream Mile is a stroll in the park for Knightsbridge.
All right, Knightsbridge, and watching him warm up, I couldn't take my eyes off of him, and he's just so strong and visually perfect. And what's next for this guy?
It's not often that 1 to 5 looks like a good price, but it did there, win by 11 and change. 112 buyer. So much for the Grade 3s. Grade 1 sounds like the Churchill Downs, and then they'll be shooting for the Met Mile up at Saratoga on Belmont Stakes weekend.
This is my Met Mile horse. I can see it. I'm locking it in now. Well, we're going to go to another break. When we come back, we are going to follow the great story that is Saint Ephrem and his love of the rain coming up next.
Cap stake robbery. Game on the lead. Saint Ephrem continues to press the issue to the outside.
Some call you the Sultan of Slots. Others, the Baron of Baccarat. The rest, just Meemaw. I'm tapped in. I'm tapped in. But no matter who you are, you know there's always another way to win on the Parx app. New casino users score up to $1,000 bonus back in their first 24 hours. Take those pearls, Meemaw.
The Pennsylvania Thoroughbred Horsemen's Association is the advocate for Parx Racing's horsemen and has worked hard to secure better lives for the hundreds of trainers and their families that work in the thoroughbred racing industry. Our horsemen benefit from medical coverage, trainer pension plans, and increased purses. Thanks to these horsemen, racing at Parx is the very best, providing entertainment for you and the entire family. The Pennsylvania Horsemen are proud to be part of the community and introduce a new generation of fans to the sport of kings.
Welcome back, everyone, to Let's Go Racing. Well, let's take a look at Tuesday's second race last week. Saint Ephrem, named for the Saint Ephrem Catholic Church right here in Bensalem, ran again. And of course, Father Mike came out with some members of the congregation, and he was talking to the connections before the race.
Yeah, no miracles needed at the moment for Saint Ephrem. He just shows up and wins.
Now, every time he runs, it rains quite a bit.
Yeah,
but
indeed.
Here's Father Mike as the horse gets ready to run.
Father, you're back again to see your horse run.
We're back.
It's always
Yeah, we're
raining,
back.
though. What's the deal?
We'll see. I know every time, and I mean, he likes the mud. He likes the water. Maybe it gets him go faster. As I said, holy water. Maybe it works. So maybe he'll go 3-0 tonight. So I don't want to get cocky though. Got to be humble. And hope good luck to all the other horses. But we're ready to roll. So we're excited for the big day. Thought it was going to snow today, but it all worked out. They're racing today, so pretty cool.
Cap stake robbery. Game on the lead. Saint Ephrem continues to press the issue to the outside. In third, More Than a Feeling. Brave Blend right alongside him. Then Keeping the Faith has lost ground. He's back in fifth. Southern Dream trying to advance from off the pace. He's keen but has work to do. And Solo in Paris unhurried. He's still last. There's a quarter mile to go. And Saint Ephrem now 2 for 2 and has his undefeated streak on the line. He takes the lead back from Cap stake robbery as the half. 46-1.
Let's go. Come on. Hang in there. Hang in there.
More Than a Feeling full of run. Trying to reel in Saint Ephrem. Saint Ephrem has a 16th left.
Come on. Stay. 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 Stay.
Saint Ephrem, does he have enough? He does. Saint Ephrem now 3 for 3.
All right. Yeah. Yeah. 3-0, baby. Now I know what it feels like to have God on my side.
I'm going to see you back in church. I'm going to hear your confession.
There
One
you
Hail
go.
Mary. We're good.
There
we're
you
good.
go.
Trinity of, now we're in 3 wins. So Trinity, we're the Trinity of races now.
It's a great win for everybody here. We're tickled to death in Bensalem to have another horse. Maybe it's Smarty Jones all over again.
Exactly.
Well, he did it again. That's just so cool. And I know Father Mike's having a blast. And he said he's actually gotten new members to the congregation that are enjoying following this story. And Mike Pino and Just in Time Racing claimed him after his first start. And they've been great sports, and they're enjoying it as well.
Yeah, no wine and water needed, no loaves and fishes, no miracles. It's just Saint Ephrem. Put him out there. Go to the winner, sir.
And he loves the rain, and it's rained every time that he's run. Pretty cool. So I'm sure they'll be doing the rain dance. Well, now it's time for this week's Jockey of the Week, brought to you by NovaCare. Congratulations, Anthony Salgado, our Jockey of the Week, teamed up with the Miguel Rodriguez barn to get 3 wins on Monday. A great day for him, making him our Jockey of the Week, sponsored by NovaCare, the power of physical therapy. And of course, Anthony did get hurt in the 10th. He'll be out about a month, but we'll be looking forward to his return. And Yedzit Hazelwood and Michael Sanchez, they also had 4 win days on Wednesday, which are impressive. But we see them get them multiple wins. Anthony, not so much.
No question, Danny. So he gets a Jockey
He does.
of the Week.
Now it's time for this week's Trainer of the Week. Congratulations, Miguel Rodriguez, our Trainer of the Week. He had a triple win day on Monday. Great week for him and his barn, making him our Trainer of the Week, sponsored by the Tunnel to Towers Foundation. And DJ, you had an opinion on this week's Trainer of the Week.
I did, Danny. We recused you this week, and there was one person voting. It was unanimous. I voted for Miguel.
He had a great week. We were very thrilled. All right, time for this week's Turning for Home family photo, and this is one I always enjoyed. Super Flyover, amazing son of Ghost Sapper. He went back to his breeder in Kentucky. He's now living happily in Tennessee, but respect deserved for this warhorse. Look at this record, 84 starts, 21 wins, 16 seconds and 8/3. What a dude.
I love those kind of horses.
Yeah, he was really fun to watch. Well, let's go to Best of the Rest. We go back to Oaklawn for the Razorback Handicap. This is really cool horses in this grade 3. And Magnitude, he's up in there with Steve Asmussen.
He's our 4-5 favorite. Of course, he ran a phenomenal second in the Pennsylvania Derby, came back to win the Clark. Always nice to see these PA Derby horses continue on. He's going to win this thing impressively. 102 buyer. Now they want to go to the Dubai World Cup, but you know everybody's paying attention to what's going on. We don't know exactly what's happening there. And by the way, speaking of Oaklawn Park, Bill Mott has announced that Sovereignty, the horse of the year, will make his 2026 debut in the Oaklawn Handicap.
Yeah, Oaklawn's been quite the meet. Well, let's go to this week's PTHA Trophy race. It was Wednesday's 7th race. Claiming horses going 7 furlongs. And keep your eyes on the number 11 Transcendental with Gedset Hazelwood. He's pulling away.
Yeah, he's pulling away big time at 4-5. And Ness and Hazelwood, some combination. They win lots and lots of races, and they won this one pretty convincingly.
And I caught up with the owner, Joe Lynn, Long Ball Stables. Everyone calls him Long Ball around the racetrack, about all the fun he's having with Jamie Ness. All right, I'm here with Joe Lynn, belovedly known as Long Ball, and you just won a trophy race, and you've been having a lot of fun with Jamie.
Yeah, we're winning a little bit. Jamie does a great job. All his team does a great job. One and done. They took him back, so it's all part of the game.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
All right, we have some more racing from Parx. We're going to go into Wednesday's 9th race. Fillies and mares, some in for the claim, some starter horses, 6.5 furlongs, but they got to contend with Pearls and Heels, who loves the off track.
Oh, loves the off track, loves to get out in front, loose on the lead, and no way they're getting close to Pearls and Heels. Going.
And Margaret, the owner, always wears the pearls when her horse runs, and Frank loves everybody knows Frank loves Pearls and Heels almost more than his wife. He loves this mare, and this is her 12th win.
She's pretty cool.
All right, let's get into Wednesday's 10th race. It's a field of 5, but really cool horses in here. Duration, he's been so powerful since breaking his maiden. He was a sale purchase. Chad Brown had him before. He was a 5-year-old maiden, but he's been awesome since Pino bought him.
Yeah, again, Pino, Sanchez, two of the best combinations here at the track. Stalking goes by, wins pretty convincingly in the end. Duration gets the money.
And I was excited to see Romanesque. He's running some cool races against Barnes. He beat Rodriguez, but he had been off so long, and I think stretching out is what he wants.
Yep.
Well, we're going to go to our final break. When we come back, we have more. We have Parx picks, and we're going to tell you what's new here on Let's Go Racing.
This is Parx. This is how you roll. This is how it goes. This is how you pop. This is how you rock. Take a chance, do a dance, little romance. This is how you. This is how you excite. This is how you all night. 360 hit me. Now we're going all in. I can feel it calling. The crowd, the light, the night, the sights, the vibe is right. This is how you. This is Parx, Pennsylvania's #1 casino experience. This is how you win.
And we're back on Let's Go Racing, and we're going to get to Ion Racing. Some things going on. Let's start with Tampa Bay. They have their big day, Tampa Bay Derby, and some other big stakes.
Yeah, no question. A big cap day at Santa Anita, the San Felipe. It'll make the 3-year-old debut of Brant for Mr. Baffert. And down at Laurel today, $100,000 Conover. You're the one for Lynn Ashby, and Take the Money, Honey, for Mike Moore, who is, 2 noses and a head away from being 9 for 9. She's something. The Not for Love also at Laurel today. Blue Kingdom for Jamie Ness. And as you said, the Tampa Bay Derby and Renegade, the Sam Davis winner. I mean, it's March.
Yeah, we're in it, and it's a great day of racing. Let's get to Parx picks. We're going to look at Monday's 9th race, a mile and 70 yards, $16,000 claimers. And I'm going to go with Preach It Warrior. Look, he was acclaimed by Richie Vega. These Warriors, they run here. It's a little bit on the raise for him, but he's got a lot of grit and fight, and Andy's a really strong rider, and I like his outward post.
Yeah, it's a good race. You could make a case for 3 or for these horses. I'm going to go with silent mode. I just like the numbers, just keeps firing race after race after race. And it's a two-way runner, has speed, can close, like those kind of horses.
Yeah, and he never gives up in the stretch. All right, we have big news. We love following our retired horses. Scaramouche, trained by Lupe Preciado. He was so impressive here. We saw him on PA Day.
Won the Gallant Bomb a couple of years ago for Lupe, our man, with the Scaramouche.
Yeah, he came in turning for home. He's going out in style. So thanks, Nick Camerano, for trusting turning for home with your beloved Scaramouche. She was a lot of fun to watch. Well, don't forget, guys, post time change this Monday, March 9th. First post will be 12:40, so a little bit later, but we get lighter later, so it'll be a lot of fun and great show today.
And indeed, in next week's show, we're going to have the Parx Horse of the Year. The banquet is Saturday. It'll be an awesome show next week. Don't miss it.
Yeah, we're going to have all the winners for you from our Horseman's Awards on next week's show. Well, thanks for watching, DJ and I, and we'll see you next time on Let's Go Racing.
Off and racing in the Bet Parx Pennsylvania Derby in a flawless beginning, and seize the gray. He's going to seize the day in the Pennsylvania Derby. Here comes Torpedo Anna, a 16th left to go. Torpedo Anna, the Grizzly has the heart of a lion. Torpedo Anna gets the win, a narrow victory in the cotillion.